My life is different now. I'm different. No one says hi to the neighbors anymore. You know why? Because we're the neighbors.
I know what you are.
How?
She's a ghost.
Not all vampires are bad.
You're a werewolf.
We'll have full moon parties. We'll invite the neighbors over and eat them.
So, before we start into the logistics of the show, well, welcome to Dork Shelf. I also want to ask, what school of classic monsters are you coming from? Are you coming from...
School of Classic Monster. No?
Sorry. There is a school. There's the Lon Chaney Michael J. Fox School.
Okay.
The Bela Lugosi Robert Pattinson School. And of course, the Casper the Friendly Ghost, or the Patrick Swayze School of Ghostum.
Patrick Swayze all the way, man.
Yeah, you definitely Swayze.
Yeah, I'm the Swayze.
Yeah. I would definitely go with Michael J. Fox for me.
Right on.
I would
sure.
agree.
Oh,
I would
yeah,
agree
no
with
question.
that.
Yeah, no question.
Yeah.
Jason Patrick. School of...
From Lost Boys?
Yeah.
From Lost Boys.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Nice. So tell us a little bit about the show and sort of what drew you to the show.
For me, it was the quality of the writing that drew me to the show. I was sent these scripts and read them and instantly turned to my wife and said, well, this show is a winner, and
Cut to the dramatization of someone who looks sort of like you, playing Sam
exactly.
Huntington.
But mouthing
Slam.
what I just
Slam.
said.
This show is a winner.
Yeah, ready? This show's a winner. Classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
And
that was
then
it.
zoom down to the script.
Yeah, exactly.
Like really low production value.
And then a drop of blood hits it. No, but the character, the character was so rich and three-dimensional and interesting and funny and just to be honest, like everything I've kind of always wanted to play, and I've been looking for this kind of role for years.
Right.
Yeah.
Sweet. And yourself?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it was about the characters and the script. I mean, it's the story is really compelling. You can take away all the supernatural elements of it, and it would be about these people and their struggles and their affliction, which I really loved. And I loved how three-dimensional the characters were in the sense that you can really, as an actor, jump into something like this and be challenged.
Yeah.
And Sam,
Well, with the glut of vampire stuff out there, and the fact that the setup for the show, when you hear it cold, it sounds like the setup for a joke. A vampire, werewolf, and a ghost walk into a bar. See, and you're like, what is this? And so I was hesitant until I read the script, and then when I read it, I realized that there was. I mean, I had to play this character because there's such an opportunity for range with this guy. I mean, for example, in the first episode, we start with a murder, and then and maybe 3 minutes later, he's cracking jokes, and you go, well, how does that work? You're like, well, of course it works because he's a vampire, and he's learned to completely hide. Do you want to share with the class?
Sorry.
What's going on?
I was smacking
She just
on
had a
him.
dude, where's my car moment where she unintentionally rested her hand on my shoulder, and I was like, you can put your hand there if you want, it's fine.
Should we just
I'm
let's
sorry.
just do it.
Oh god, baby.
Yeah, okay.
So the setup for the show is two guys, a girl, and a pizza place.
Exactly.
But now with vampires, a ghost, and a werewolf.
Exactly.
Right.
The fact that this guy is over 200 years old, so you have this huge. You really?
I thought would you like to share with the class?
That was funny.
That was
I was
priceless.
playing that in my head. It was quite good.
But he's over 200 years old, and so there's all this experience to draw from, and you'd imagine, okay, well then, he's an old man, but at the same time, he's youthened up by the fact that he's spent most of those 200 or most of the couple of centuries there in a drug haze, and not dealing with his reality, and so he's coming out of it right now, dealing with his humanity for the first time in 200 years, and completely off his game, kind of frightened, doesn't have the tools to deal with reality on reality's sake because he's always relied on the drug, and to use the metaphor, and the metaphor, we make no secret about it, it's very obvious, and but to create a character that they created on the page who can shift and who can be in the depths of despair, and then someone can walk into a room and say, hey Aiden, and he goes, oh hey, and snap out of it because he's had to hide. If you want to talk in a genre way, he's a vampire. He's had to hide who and what he is and what he feels from the world. But if you want to talk about it in a metaphor, it's very common for people who have addiction problems to hide that from the people that are closest to them. And so there was the opportunity to play everything from huge drama to comedy and all kinds of crazy genre stuff in between, and play different versions of this character throughout the ages. So how could you say no to that as an actor?
I don't know.
No, seriously, answer the question.
No, I really
How
want to know.
do you say no to
Tell
that?
me.
Answer the
Yeah.
fucking question.
That's all right. No, I couldn't say no, especially since it shoots in Montreal, correct?
Yes.
So big town. You're both you've been bi-coastal, we'll say. You yourself spent time.
Do we want to talk about this?
We
yet?
should.
Yeah.
It's a perfect opportunity to announce it.
Okay.
I've been. I grew up in New Hampshire. I've lived in LA for about 10 years, and so I have a home in New Hampshire. So it was really nice for me to be back on the East Coast and in such a lovely city. Montreal is so beautiful and culturally diverse. And are you from there?
No,
No,
just Montreal is we used to call it Quebexico.
Yeah.
So you can do whatever you
By
want.
the way, so did all my friends too.
That's
Growing
so
up in New
funny.
Hampshire, yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a 4-hour jaunt up to Montreal. When you're 18, you just go there and get wasted. But
Yeah.
but I gotta say, it's a lot deeper than that.
14 if you got a body.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But what an amazing city, and what a great double for Boston too.
Right on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm from Montreal, so
So
it was a
it's-
dream
yeah.
shooting in my hometown. And
You just woke up, rolled out of bed.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
look, the set.
Yeah, I know.
she did
Basically.
exactly that every
That's
day.
exactly what she did.
Slept through a performance for 6 months. No, we're paying for it now. It's fine.
Yeah. Well, they're all going to find out now, aren't they?
Alrighty, and Sam, of course, we've known you on the West Coast, the Smallville side.
Yeah.
We're running out of time, so we have to ask the question. We are at dorkshelf.com.
Yeah.
So we have to ask, what is on your dork shelf? What is the first thing you show off to your friends when they enter your home? Sam, I know you're a big music fan.
I have a Darth Vader helmet, bro.
That's a good
Replica.
one.
How about, do you have that down on your dork shelf? Put that on your dork shelf and smoke it.
Pretty good one.
you'd read it if it was on your doorstep.
Oh, can you read it? Oh, it's a book. You're looking for a book.
No, we're looking for the thing you show off.
Well, you wouldn't
read.
smoke it if it was on a show. Anyways.
Well,
I
some of them have pipes extending from the back.
Right.
I paint my baby gray,
Yep.
and I make him. I turn him into like this weird alien baby.
Do you paint his eyes kind
Oh
of black like that?
yeah.
That's
I
so
put
cool.
weird contacts
That's so
in
cool.
too, like red, but then
Yeah.
black around it. It looks crazy. And
you paint his tongue black.
Yeah,
don't
he
you?
doesn't like it.
No.
But boy, do we love it.
But
Yeah.
but boy, is
Yeah.
it fun for all our guests.
We're not seen in New Hampshire, so yeah.
Okay.
Perfect, right?
Yeah, we're good.
It'd be great.
Best case, you show up on TLC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yourself?
I show off my solved Rubik's Cube.
Whoa!
Nice.
Dude, that's such a good one.
I
That's a
know.
good one.
That's a
sorry,
really
guys.
good one.
I want to say like speak and spell now, right? You know, like no. Go to 80s culture, Rubik's
Yeah.
Cube. Come on,
Okay,
guys.
Yeah.
Speak and spell.
yeah.
Speak and spell. Thank you.
You have done this correctly.
And if I wanted to, I could create with an umbrella a transmitter to contact aliens.
Time to
That's
phone home,
amazing.
guys. Thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you.
Definitely.
Cheers.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you guys.